What's going on, y'all? This your boy Rose. I want to welcome some of y'all back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my journey on leveling up. Here's the thing about leveling up. It's inevitable. What do I mean by this? You either get better at becoming a bum or get better at getting rich. Now, crazy part about it is they both similar. Why? Because becoming rich is hard and being broke is hard. And ultimately, it boils down to choosing your hard. And when I understood that, that's when I started becoming more and more successful in my life. So in this video, I'm gonna break it down in like chapters or like segments. So I'm gonna go from beginning, middle to end, which the end is now. It's gonna be a little further back. The now is gonna be not too much. I'm gonna toss just a little bit in it because I'm living in it and I don't want all my business, my current business, out on the internet, but you'll get the gist of how I got here now. How it all started was low-key anticlimactic, and what I mean by that was everything was good until it wasn't anymore. So coming straight out of high school, the first thing and only thing that was on my mind was to get a job and make money. That was it. When I had got out, I got my first job. I don't even remember how I got it. I think it was through my best friend. I think she was working at working at Blaze Pizza. And she was like, hey, bestie, come. I'm like, shit, come on. I'm like, cool. So apply, I get in, I'm making pieces. Bow. I remember my first check, dog. My first check was like $200 something. And I was geeked. It was like 2 weeks of work too. I was geeked. No, actually it was 3 because I came in on the middle of the week. And I haven't worked a bi-weekly job in over like 3-4 years, so I don't remember. So go home, I show mom, bow, look, hey, look, showing in mom's face, I'm thinking I'm the man, right? No, I swear to God, I go cash the check. I'm geeked to cash the check, right? To get the cash. I started looking at fees. I'm seeing fees. I'm like, bro, it costs. I'm heated at mom's. I'm heated. I'm like, I'm going off like, moms, you telling me I gotta pay to get my money. I paid to get my money through taxes and I gotta pay to get my money in hand. I was heated. So cash the check, wow. And right then and there, I just had the drive to get more and more and more. Now, you might think, right, that's some crazy-ish, but it is what it is. Just know that you have to go through the motions. Like, honest to God, that's not even half of what I make in a day with my current job. So after that job, I went, I believe, to McDonald's, or I might skip a couple jobs because I didn't have many jobs, up to about 30 to 40 as of now. So, but just the ones I remember that made the biggest impact. The next one was McDonald's. And around the time I started McDonald's, I believe so, that's when I told myself I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life, because working with older people is gonna tell you one or two things. You either in the right place or the wrong place. You either so good that you're working with older people, or older people are so bad. Those older people are so bad that they're working with you. And just, I knew that I was always a level or 2 or 3, multiple, honestly, not even gonna be humble about it. I was always ahead when it came to doing certain things. And once I noticed like these older people are, man, 40s, 50s working at McDonald's, I don't want that for myself. And I had to make something happen. So I remember asking myself, dog, I said, dog, what is one thing you're good at? The only thing that came to my mind is fighting, dog. I swear. I'm like, forget it, bro. We about to take MMA seriously. So I had MMA. I was working like 2 jobs, cooling, going home, chill, vibing out, taking the bus. I was taking the bus. Listen, bro. Hey, all around. Like I'm cheating on bus passes. Like I'm trying to finagle my way through life at like 19, bro. Cause I graduated, at like 18, bro. So I graduated at 17. Gee, I look up, I just noticed I'm going through a lot of jobs. I'm working constantly. All my high school friends, them man, they doing their thing. They out, they partying. You know what I'm saying? They living a life, right? A lot of my friends didn't even go to college. That's the crazy part about it. But the ones who did, I haven't even heard from them till this day. It's like 5 years ago. And I don't know what happened to them, but the ones I was around partying, still had the chicks around, still being who they were in high school, the man, right? So I remember going to a party one day, one of the parties, and I had fun. I had to call off. I was bussing around and this is not long ago. This is 2019. So don't think this is back then when your mother no, bro. This is 2019. I'm taking a bus to parties, jobs, the gym, school. I was taking a bus to school, so it was tough. And no, we didn't have scooters, dude. And no, I wasn't blessed to have a car. Like, this wasn't even around that time. Like 2019, people wasn't getting gifted 2019s and 2018 cars around that time. No, people was getting the 2001s, the 1999, whatever cars and the old hoopties, and that was barely even the case. So after going to the party, right, I realized this is fun. This is fun. Then I look up and remember I gotta go to work. I said, oh crap. Well, that sucks. And hearing, man, all you do is work, Waddy, man. When you gonna come out and all that starts to get at you, right? You get to asking yourself, like, bro, are we doing the right thing while going to work every day? Life is about balance. If you're too one-sided, you're gonna fail, no matter what side that is. I was just all work, no fun. I didn't even play. I wasn't playing the game. I wasn't going out. Bro, listen, bro, I was, man, hey, all work, no play. So that's when depression started to kick in. And I made a video about this, 2 roads people take after high school. Go check that out. You will run into depression after high school. I don't care who you are. You will get lonely. You will get frustrated. You will get lost. Once I realized that I never had no fun, no women in my life at that time, things got rough and very rough. Here's when things started going bad. FOMO started creeping in, right? The fear of missing out. And boy, oh boy, if you get that feeling, you're cooked if you don't know how to handle that. So this is the middle. This is my only time of my life. The only type of phase where, honest to God, I wouldn't have mind not waking up one day. I just wouldn't have mind. It got that bad. Like, it was the peak of my life, but it was also a, man, huge decline, a big decline. And my only way of fixing the problem was doing the opposite. All that money I saved from them jobs, right? I went and bought clothes, shoes, jewelry, glasses, hair done. Listen, man, whip. I think I got my whip. Got the whip around that time. I'm outside. Look, okay, cool. Wow. We're at the lakefront. We on Water Street. Okay. Wow. Who party tonight? I'm over there. Let's take pictures, bro. Let's go outside. Let's ride around. Very fun moments till things got bad. Here's the thing. People don't realize having fun have its consequences, and staying disciplined and being on your grind and leveling up has its consequences. But here's the thing. One will have you missing fun for the greater good, and the other one is gonna cost you just for you to turn around and do the same thing. Why would I have fun then have to double back around to work to have fun again. That's 3 steps. If I just work now, I can and miss out on fun, I can jump to fun. Then have time to have fun. And that's what a lot of older people be talking about. Oh man, young buck, you gotta work and work and work. That's what they be talking about. I didn't realize that until the universe forced me to making a decision. Cause I started realizing, holy crap, I'm having all this fun, all these women, and I'm not happy. I'm not moving forward in life. And the universe is gonna test you, right? Because I started wanting more. I'm like, can you give me more? I need more. I want more. I want better for myself. And it's gonna test you. It's gonna see how bad you want it. And the choice it gave me was leave it all behind and move forward. Or stay where you are, keep living this lifestyle, and be comfortable with it for the rest of your life. And I knew it was the right decision. And will I tell you, once again, both has its consequences. Because the people that I hung around with did the second option. They stayed comfortable. They still out every Saturday. Man, some of them are out on Wednesdays, Mondays. And they stayed where they were. Me, I bit the bullet and went off into the possibility, right? Because I didn't know I was gonna be here right now. I was just like, I wanted different. And here we are, 4 years later. And now, I will say, right, a lot of people go through this and they don't understand how hard it is to let fun go. But I'm gonna be the one who tell you, it is necessary to let it go. You have to let it go. Please. You will not ever, ever, ever experience your true potential as long as you stay in your comfort zone. You have to see it. You have to be it. You have to become it to understand how good it feels to be better than who you grew up with, who you graduated with, who talked down on you, friends, family. I want everyone to experience that because it'll really change their mindsets on sitting still and becoming a bum. Because like I said, being broke is hard and becoming rich is hard. Choose your heart. I became very depressed, had a bum mindset, started striking out with women, and I prayed for it. I got what I asked for. My mindset was terrible. I lost everyone. No one wanted to respect me, and you might be asking about MMA. I didn't want to do MMA after my first fight. It just wasn't for me. Realized what kind of lifestyle it took to become them. I'm just like, heck, bro. I'm like, no. So that was out the window, and now I'm broke. My brother crashed my car. I had to sell my shoes. Women started getting bored of me. I didn't have no money to go out. The guys were just lame because even when I was partying, I still had a job. It was still a level difference. You know what I mean? And after a while, it just got bad. It just got bad. And once I made that choice that I wanted better for myself, oh man. When I say the universe will test you, boy. And now we're going to basically the end when things started getting better, which is like 2 years ago. 3 years ago. About 3 years ago. And you probably ask them, like, man, what type of time frame is this? Remember, we were at 2019. I left 2021. So you mean left where? When I asked God for better, right? Why did he hit me up with something crucial, right? I look up and I get told, oh, your sister's moving out of town. What do you mean? My nieces and nephews, like all of them gone? Yeah. Wow. A couple months later, hey, how do you feel about moving to Houston, Texas? I didn't know what to say, but I knew what was the right answer. I had a girlfriend at this time, and it's crazy, I just started back talking to her too. I wasn't doing the right things with her. Wasn't being a man, wasn't leading, wasn't being a great boyfriend at all. Striking out with women, her. And I told her I was dealing with other women, so it's not like, but it was bad. My life was terrible, and I'm like, I have to get away from this. But boy, how was it still so hard to do so? So when things get hard, when I got a hard choice to make, what I do is I just shoot for whatever I feel is right. Whatever has the best benefits in the end. I said, let's go. Okay, 3 months from now, we're gonna get ready to go. I said, okay, cool. So around this time, I had lost my jobs, cause fun. I lost my jobs, and I just, like I said, I was in a bum mindset. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to do anything. So, I had to work. I'm like, if I want, this is what I mean, it's gonna test you. I had to work to make something happen. So I got a job, and boy, that was tough to get through. And I got comfortable. I'm like, whatever, I got time. Wasn't working full time, wasn't working overtime. Got comfortable, right? The universe will get on your A. Oh, you getting comfortable, big man? Here's another obstacle. Here's another test. By the time I looked up, a month and a half, remember, I had another month and a half to go. Oh, I find out that we're leaving in a couple weeks. Not that much money saved. I was in straight scarcity mode. I'm like, I have to grind. And boy, did I do very, very decent, very well at doing so. I needed that money to leave. So once I did that, I'm not gonna lie, I left, and this one things got even more harder and harder and harder, bro. Like, the universe is gonna test you, bro. And it's gonna figure out if you were about what you say you were about. So got out to Houston, and it was time to make things happen. I thought it was gonna be easy, right? But I was still picky with the jobs I wanted. I was still kind of in that mindset of not wanting to work, but mainly a job that I wanted to work. And by this time, before I got to Houston, right after I got to Houston, I was still around like 40, 50K a year. So I was still making pretty good money at 20 years old. I had to change my mindset. For the first time, my account hit negatives, and never in my life seen that. Never in my life seen that. That's how good I am with my money. And I'm like, oh crap. It's time to make something happen. So I'm gonna make a video about this when I tell you, always put yourself in a position to find opportunities. What do I mean by this? I, don't matter what, stepped outside the house. I didn't sit in the house as much. I was in the area, so that I wasn't in Houston itself, so it was pretty tough to get around. But when an opportunity presented itself, I hopped right on it. just to speed things up, because I spoke a little bit on these things on my other videos. I looked up, I had basically because I transferred a job, so that's not technically my first job. So I had my first job. My first job in Texas was a 70 to 80K a year job. Worked at, that was hell. And once again, universe tested me again. You're gonna either stay here at this job and keep fighting for chump change and being disrespected, or you're gonna move forward, towards the possibility of something better. And when I mean possibility of something better, I did not know I was gonna land the kind of jobs I have now. What's the time frame we on here, Waddy? I'm 21 at that time. I got there at 20, I'm 21 at the time. How old am I now? 23. So a year later, I'm in the driving trucks. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted. So I just applied, and surprisingly, they hit me back. This is what I mean. You have to put yourself in a position to find opportunities. I didn't know I was gonna get called back, but I just put my name in there just in case. And started trucking, been trucking ever since. Couple years later of hard work, setbacks, oh Lord. Now I'm making over 6 figures. I got my own house, my first and own house. Got my car, credit's good, healthy, mentally, physically. I moved out of Houston by myself. I went to Houston clearly, at 20 with someone. Not gonna be, I left Houston. I'm doing great now. Got my YouTube started. I'm about to start other businesses. I got other ideas that I want to get onto, and this is what I mean when I say being broke is hard and becoming rich is hard. Chess, not checkers. If I really go into depth with how I got here, you might make it seem, because I can't really talk about every single detail because the video is already long itself. Nothing didn't just happen. I put myself in a position for something to happen. I always place myself on that board to win. Chess, not checkers. As long as you do that, dude, something's gonna fall into your lap. Something's going into the fall. Hey, but you need to first understand, you have to put the work in, bro. If I sat here and told you that all this was easy, I will probably be disappointed in myself. And if you thought it was easy, I apologize, but this shit is hard. This shit is hard, bro. And you gotta go through it, because if not, let me know how it feels making $30,000, $40,000 at 50 years old with no women, with no nice car. And some people, they might like that. Then that ain't gonna hurt them. That ain't gonna bother them. But me saying that, if that bothered you, then you already know you have work to do, bro. You have work to do. But nothing is peaches and cream, bro. And life doesn't get easier for the people in the background. It only gets harder. But you also get stronger. You get better at handling problems. It's like a game that never ends. Maybe like Skyrim or something. Like, if I'm not mistaken, that game never ends. You can never technically beat that game. You level up, but there always gonna be someone, something, an obstacle in your way, right? And that's how it is for me now. And it'll forever be like that. And people older than me will tell you the same thing. You gotta program yourself to fight these battles and understand that things will get better. Don't take things personal. Keep it moving and grooving, and set yourself up for success. And I'm gonna make a video on certain things that I do to put myself in a position to win. And that should help. It should help you guys, because my mindset is chess, not checkers. You place yourself in certain scenarios. You place things in, certain places in your life that's gonna, have a compound interest and grow and get better over time, and just sit and cook in the background. And by the time you look up, now you have all these opportunities, you have all these resources, and just out the door with it. But yeah, that's another video. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. Honestly, I made this video so you guys can listen and be able to relate and learn from my journey of leveling up. I'm not here to brag or anything. You didn't even really get to hear much of my accomplishments, which, like I said, the video is already too long. So, but I want you guys to comment if y'all have any questions about certain parts of my story, where you feel like you are and you need more guidance, and comment. We can chop it up in the comments, and I can give you the best advice I can give you. And I've been there, so I know for a fact that I know what I'm talking about. Anything, something that I haven't, experienced, and that's just, out of the door. But we can still talk about things and bounce ideas off each other and help each other. But like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, if you have questions, if you want to say anything, got anything to say, any information to give, any tips, people older than me, any tips, any advice, drop them in the comment section. And I'm gonna see y'all boys next week.